We buried our people every day, and they say the situation is under control. This is just one of the statements made by Mbella Moki Charles, Senator Mbella Moki Charles, during the funeral ceremony organized by the government of Cameroon in Buea to give last respect to the 5 divisional delegates who were killed by Ambazonia fighter India, especially particularly by 10 Kobo. They were kidnapped in 2021, and the government and the families have been struggling throughout to release them, not knowing that they were killed already. And one of those who participated in their killing, Clinton, surrendered to the government of Cameroon and was taken to DDR Center, where he revealed everything that happened, and that these 5 divisional delegates were killed and buried together in a mass grave, and their body were removed. The remains were removed, and there was yesterday the 9th of August, a funeral was organized by the government of Cameroon in Buea, where Senator Mbella Moki makes some statement that I wish to talk about it today. You are welcome to TFA Talking Point. If it's your first time joining us, struggle by all possible means to subscribe to our channel. That is the only way you can support us, because we are here to create lasting solutions to societal problems, especially the Anglophone problems in Cameroon. And when we listen to people like Senator Mbella Moki Charles, we are interested, because these are people that have voice, that they can talk, but if they refuse to. And if we see them angry up to the point where they have to talk this way, then it is a call for concern, and that is why we are interested and wish to talk. He's mentioned a lot of things in that very short video, in which I'm going to play for you to listen also carefully. But if you do not listen carefully, and if you are not a critical thinker, it will be difficult for you to understand what the things he mentioned in that statement. There are some things positively that he mentioned, and there are a lot of negative things he mentioned. He accused the people of Northwest region of what happened of what is happening in the Southwest region, and we are going to talk about it. First, listen to him carefully, and then I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to analyze and break all the things he mentioned, the good and the bad, for you to understand, and also drop your comment if I make mistake in some analysis or in interpreting some statement. You can correct me in the comment section. Listen to him carefully.
In the Southwest, and so our simplicity, our hospitality should not be taken for foolishness. If you want to talk about hate speech, make we search the causes of hate speech, so that we address the problem all together. We cannot continue like this. Every day we go bury for Kumba, we go bury for Kondo City, we go bury everywhere. Every day we keep on burying our people, and we say the situation is under control. Please, let us rise up against all of this. Someone's knee is on the neck of Southwesterners, and this is the moment we should get out of what it is. We have been called to keep quiet and not to tell the truth. Take this. The man who surrendered in Indian was number 2 to General Tenkobo. In his revelation, he says that they received orders from abroad to execute the delegates. Who gave that order from abroad? Let the name be made public, so that all the facets of the state, the government, civil society, the press, activists, advocacy should be launched, so that the world should release who gave that devilish order. This is not normal. How many times will Southwesterners cry? Their farmlands have all been taken. Their bushes, in fact, their villages have been invaded and taken, and the natives driven away. We want to talk, they call it hate speech. What do you call hate speech? If you want to talk about hate speech, look at the causes of the hate speech. And this is what is happening. This is what is happening. We abhor and deplore hate speech. The people of Southwest are hospitable people who are very accommodating, who know to share what they have with others. If they are telling and and crying out their pain, no one should call it hate speech. This is too much. We can't bear it any longer.
And throughout the Anglophone crisis, he has been a senator in the upper house of assembly in Cameroon. And he has never one day stood up and said, I'm going on hunger strike because my people are dying. But he remained quiet. And he now is very angry, up to the point that he mentioned some kind of statement that is against the government of Cameroon. And that is what even CRTV that interviewed him, they are also ashamed and has not posted that particular video of him. Because he talked about, when we talk, they say it is hate speech. And then he went ahead to ask one question: what do you call hate speech? Asking the journalists or the population. And when we talk, they call hate speech. Meaning to him, they should allow them to talk and to promote hate speech, in which they recently voted against hate speech. And hate speech today in Cameroon is a crime. And a senator who voted for it is now standing and questioning that particular crime. And he went ahead to talk about that if you want to talk against or about hate speech, look at the causes of hate speech. Now here he is struggling by almost women to justify hate speech, to justify that crime. Meaning if you commit hate speech in Cameroon, you can justify yourself and be set free. Indirectly, he is saying that what? Any criminal can justify. Meaning, if you kill somebody, you can say, I killed this person for this particular reason. And if the government look into it and see into it that you have the right to kill the person, you will be set free. Meaning, another example is, if somebody is caught stealing, and then the person say, I involved myself in stealing because I was hungry. The government have to leave because that is a genuine reason, justification for stealing. That is what he's struggling to say here. But I'm saying that what hate speech in Cameroon is a crime, and anybody who commits it must be punished. There is no justification for hate speech. You do not have to create hatred toward another person or insult another person, and then you stand to say you have reason for insulting that person. It is not correct. I deny that one. He went ahead to talk about the issue of normalcy. The government of Cameroon, including him, because he's a senator and he's a senator of the ruling party, they say that everything in southern Cameroon is under control. And he is saying that here that what nothing is under control because we keep on bearing our loved one every blessed day. And they told us that everything is under control. They who? You are one of them. You are the one telling us that everything is not under control. And then today, because it hurts you, it touched you, you are talking out of your emotion and your pains and your heart. You want to attract sympathy from the population toward yourself. And then you say, they say, they who? You are one of them. Since the Anglophone crisis started up to today, you as a senator, you have not done anything to force the Senate to talk about the Anglophone crisis up to today. And that is why the Senate has not, the upper house of assembly in Cameroon have not mentioned or say anything concerning the Anglophone crisis that have taken away more than 8,000 lives. And you are there. And then the only thing you can do is to come create anything between Southwesterner and Northwesterner. The other thing he went ahead to talk about is we have to talk that we have been forced to be telling lies, to be covering the truth. And that is one of the positive statements that Mbella Moki Charles talked about. He was talking, referring to that guy, that the guy Clinton, he said that what they received a call from abroad, and he said that what the government or the senior divisional officer of Meme of Nkomba should reveal the name of the person who gave the instruction that the 5 divisional delegates should be killed, so that everybody, the press, the government should know that he is the person who gave that instruction that they should be killed, and he should be considered as an enemy. That is a good thing. If the government were doing things like this, it could have been better. The killing could have reduced, even within the military. The military have been killing people randomly, and the government will hide the killers from the population and push in and transfer into another place. And this is the same issue. They have to push out and send that person, publish it, that this is the person that gave. If it is any Amazonian fighter or leaders abroad, they should call the name, that this is the person that gave the order. The government in the country where the person is can even arrest the person, because killing 5 divisional delegates, innocent people doing their job, and you are kidnap them and kill them, and that is a crime that needs to be punished. So the government should stop hiding things. And that's what I have to talk about as this element of not keeping quiet and not talking the truth. Is that what? If you want to talk the truth, talk all. Tell the government of Cameroon that they cannot stop the Anglophone crisis militarily. It is a constitutional problem. That is the truth. If we want to talk the truth. And then where I'm talking about that Mbella Moki Charles went to accuse and point a finger against the people, the Northwestern, is that what he says? The people of Southwest are hospitable people who want to share what they have with others. They want to share. That they open their hands for people to come in, and the people who came in now are the ones killing them. And this thing has been circulating within Cameroon since the Anglophone crisis started. Southwesterners saying that all the Amazonian fighters in the Southwest region are all Northwesterners, and they are the ones killing. And then from here, I want to interpret it this way, that to him, he thought that the person who gave the instruction is a Northwesterner, maybe. But I'm telling Mbella Moki Charles that all the notorious Amazonian leaders are all Southwesterners. Seseko Ayo is a Southwesterner. Top Amazonian leaders, notorious Amazonian leaders are Southwesterners. Sako is a Southwesterner. Eritato is a Southwesterner. Chris Ano is a Southwesterner. The only notorious Amazonian leader who is not a Southwesterner is Ayabacho. All others notorious Amazonian leaders are Southwesterners. And if they kill these delegates in India, in Southwest region, killed by Southwesterner, meaning they got the instruction, because all of them in the Southwest region are being controlled by Ambazonia and abroad, Amazonian leaders abroad from Southwest region. Those who have power, Ayabacho has power only in the Northwest region, in Batibo and Santa and other places. So turn that you are accusing finger and point it to all the Amazonian leaders who are Southwesterners. They are the one who gave orders for this divisional delegate to be killed, not Bamenda. Do not create, because this statement that he make like this is a hate speech, and he need to be punished. Government should act by the example. Mbella Moki Charles have condemned the laws, all the laws they voted against hate speech, and he has committed hate speech, and he need to be punished for it. He need to be punished for it before any other person should, because he is pointing and accusing finger to the Northwesterners that they are the one killing the Southwesterners, and the hatred is too much in between these two group of people. And the message I want to send out, particularly to all Amazonian fighters or Amazonians who are there believing that they will gain to one country called Amazonia, in which that country will comprise of the Northwesterner and the Southwesterner, that these people, there is great hatred among these two people, and they can never join together. So if you are thinking of achieving an independence of a country called Amazonia, believe and start working on it today, that you will have two Amazonia, the Southwest Amazonia and the Northwest Amazonia, because these two people can never live together. keep on telling you people. They can never. So if you are still fighting to gain one, knowing fully that they cannot live together, you better stop it, because people are dying every day because of this.